On this week's episode,
Open and honest. He's Kevin.
she's Robyn.
And we're the Schwobs. Open and honest.
Open and honest.
We basically morning while we were talking.
We did. I had the opportunity this morning.
A friend of yours.
A friend of mine. And before I knew it, we'd been talking. And
I have to stop you right there. Okay.
in the name of love?
No, in the name of being clear.
Clear.
It's not who likes to talk. Just saying.
This is true.
Just saying.
But God had put a guy in my path that
He's going through some things.
going through some things.
We are okay with being open and honest about us.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's us.
Right.
Our friends and family.
It's not our
Story to tell. What Kevin's getting at is this conversation with this friend of his led to us talking about us.
Yeah.
And the way we've been open and honest, the way we've been closed, and how it has affected our marriage. And we decided that we wanted to share some of that with you guys. So let's start with why. Let's close.
Okay.
Let's start with why being closed about things can hurt a marriage. Let's talk about something that affected us personally.
So I know for me.
You don't know what I'm going to say.
Go ahead.
Just because I stopped for a second to talk.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to ask you a question.
A question.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Got it? Okay. So explain to us, explain to me, explain to them why being closed in your feelings is a bad idea. Because I'm gonna put in this percentage. 85% of the time, it is the woman who is open with her feelings and her emotions, and it is the male who is closed off.
Right.
And because you are that male, you are that more closed off types of male, I want you to explain why being that isn't always a good thing within the marriage.
So for a lot of guys, we're taught growing up, you don't get emotional. Being weak. One of the things that I mentioned with the guy I was talking with this morning is that you want to cry, I'll give you something to cry about. You pull up your bootstraps, you be strong,
Okay.
But for me, it was closed off because I hate conflict. But the thing that I didn't realize is being closed off, that brought conflict.
Duh.
Being closed off For the longest time, I felt that I didn't have a right to, because of what we went through for 10 years, and that was a lot of my doing. I didn't have the right to feel a certain way. And that was out of hell.
Okay, but why is, okay, you're doing your favorite thing,
Okay.
which is going around the question.
All right.
Okay. So we know we've established UFO stuff in episodes past. For those who, this is your first episode, go listen to our other episodes and you'll find why he was closed off for 10 years. Anger and hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And I said to you many times, you're mad at me. To which your response was, no, I'm not.
Adamantly. Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm not mad at you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then why aren't you talking to me? I'll be like, because you're mad at me. No, I'm not.
Yeah.
How did you not coming forth with your feelings and telling me why you were mad? And it wasn't just anger.
It further pushed you.
It was anger. It was hurt. It was, you didn't understand why I did something I did.
Yeah.
How did you not telling me the truth? And then I say it that way, guys, because when you do, and I'm going to give him a moment to talk in just a second, but I want you guys to understand something. When you deny something, you are lying. It is a lie.
Yeah. Because
you are not telling the truth. And for him, he didn't understand how badly he was denying a lot of things. But going back to my question, how did you denying that and telling me you weren't mad and not coming clean with how you were feeling affect the marriage?
It pushed you away. It angered you even more. You know, what did I do? And me not giving you an answer pushed you totally away.
Okay, I want to clear something up. I knew exactly what I did.
Oh, I know that. You were waiting for me to come out with it. Me denying it, me refusing to deal with it, me sulking in my shame, sulking in my anger, sulking in my that was such a blast.
Apparently. He did it for 10 years. I mean, it had to be.
I mean, you know, it really put a distance between you and I in more ways than one. And, you know, it wasn't until God had to literally kill, you know, for me to open my eyes and see the damage that it caused you, our son, so many things.
Now, we're not just talking about feelings. I wanted to go by, you know, being closed, by not talking, by not communicating with, and it really hurts marriage. Now, there's another side of this. He is not a communicator. I am an over communicator. You know it. I communicate well, too well, to the point where it drives people to the other end of insanity. Because it's like, okay, Robyn, we get it. Shut up now. That can be a bad thing too, because you can. When we get in an argument, I feel I have to explain myself to the 10th degree. And I can see sometimes get on the third degree things. But we've also talked about, okay, I'm not going to say that because I'm going to get myself in trouble for saying that with him. So there have been times, I don't understand how or why, but I have been.
Oh, come on.
I'm waiting for because I did just slam me, but not as bad as I normally do.
Well, and because we have talked about this.
Well, and you guys, you have to understand, maybe that we can do a podcast, an episode on how past really affect your future. I've been out at the grocery store. When I was working at Sky Zone, I had people hit on me.
Mm-hmm.
And this is basically all I do, is I just raise my hand. I'm like, there's 2 rings there. I am so taken, it's not funny. But I will then come back and I will tell Kevin the story of how I got hit. Mm-hmm. And he just looks at me like, of course you did. I'm like, well, I don't understand. But anyway, there was a time when I was struggling. Kevin and I used to, our way of flirting was more of giving each other a hard time.
Oh, our banter. Yeah.
We would banter.
Big time.
And that stopped at one point. And that stopped before the surgery.
Mm-hmm. Before the funk.
Before the funk.
Mm-hmm.
I think being a father was overwhelming to you.
Mm-hmm.
But you never expressed that.
Yeah.
You never, there's a reason God blessed us with one child. This man could not handle the 8.
I think and maybe I think it was because of the way that because of the dynamics I was raised in. I saw that you put out there what you wanted it to look like. You wanted everybody to think everything.
You're talking the dynamics.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Well, and I think also I had so we got married in 2001.
Yep.
And we had Kenny in 2005.
Yep.
So you had my undivided attention for 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden you're sharing it. Which I think you didn't understand why.
I didn't fully grasp
open communication.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't understand it. He didn't grasp it. And it bugged him. Then put on top of that our son had physical issues.
Mm-hmm.
And had to be in the hospital. Which means I had to be with him.
Right.
Which took away from him. Which then he decided that he needed to have a bowel obstruction and seizure.
That was planned.
I yelled after the 1.5 year of Kenny to his 4th year. I would say on a regular basis, and I'm not kidding. Mm-hmm. I would walk around, and go, "You 2 need to stop competing for my attention," mm-hmm. because it felt like every other month I was in the hospital for one of them. Whether it was for you or for our son. I spent the first 4 years of life, 5 years, in and out of hospitals for both of them. And
our insurance company loved us.
Yeah. He never expressed to me how he was feeling. Instead, he went inside himself.
Mm-hmm. I felt that, she was taking care, which is what she should have been doing. But I didn't feel like I had a right to express those things.
Okay, so explain to us why you didn't feel you had a right. I think you can, because you're 4 different times.
Mm-hmm.
I think 3 or 4, at least twice.
At least twice.
More than once.
Mm-hmm.
You have said you didn't feel like you had the right. Why?
I didn't have a right because I didn't want to come across as selfish. I didn't want to come across as it's all about me type.
Okay.
And that the reality is you do have a right to express yourself. How you express yourself, you need to be working on. I didn't know that at the time. I didn't think about that at the time.
Well, in expressing yourself, you did something I think is even more selfish.
Mm-hmm.
As you went into yourself, ignored the issue,
Everything around it,
and you ignored me.
Mm-hmm.
And
right.
that sent me into trying to find, hear me, I don't care if you're male or female right now.
It affects both.
Okay. I was, and I will state, I was in so much turmoil. I was working at one point, I was working nights, days.
Yeah.
We barely saw each other because when he came home, we would have dinner and I would go to bed because I was so exhausted for being up for almost 48 hours because I worked as a secretary in the evenings. So communication, but I was looking for what we had anywhere I could get it. It came in the form of a guy that I worked with who was at least 10 years younger than me, who was semi-brother, but we just had this chemistry. And something happened. We were goofing off and joking around, and he sat in my lap, and we weren't alone. We were out. My boss / best friend was next to me. And alarms went off on all ends and accounts. And I went home that night and I told him what happened. Here's what I didn't say. Okay. I didn't tell him why I was bantering so much. I didn't express how that came to be. You know, I had my own flaws.
Well, and what had happened, I think part of what happened there, and you mentioned this to me, is that when a couple gets comfortable, to a point where I don't need to do things to impress her. I don't need to do things to impress him. I don't need to XYZ. Then that's a distance right there.
Absolutely. And then that started when we married.
Yeah.
And you were like, oh, we're married. I don't have to do anything. We don't have to do date nights. I don't have to bring her flowers. I don't have to do this. I don't have to do that.
Right.
Because we're married. Let me tell you all right now, again, male and female, that is why infidelity happens, in my opinion. This is Robyn's opinion on Molly. Right. Okay, I have no stats. I have associate's degree in early childhood education. Yeah. I make things up for a living because I write. Okay, so, but from my own experience, when he decided that he quote unquote woo me anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I felt
Mm-hmm.
unloved,
Yeah.
not respected.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So now that we're married, I've made a vow to you. I'm not important anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Now that you got me, I don't matter. Those are the things that ran through my head.
Right.
And because I'm that communicator,
Mm-hmm.
I did express some of those things.
Yeah.
The first couple of years of our marriage.
Right.
True, true, no, this is true, no, this is true.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is where this little saying comes into play real well. Okay? Actions speak louder than words.
Mm-hmm.
And his actions were telling me that he didn't
Right.
matter. I didn't matter. That it wasn't important to take me out on dates. It wasn't important to bring me flowers. It wasn't
Mm-hmm.
important to banter. We are in a really great place. We communicate so much better now.
Oh yeah.
However, he has his room and I have my room. And we spend 95% of our life. Again, however,
Mm-hmm.
I know one of his love language is time. I don't have to say anything. If I walk into his room, which is our living room, which TV is at,
Mm-hmm.
and sit down on the couch and sit there as he watches the Jaguars lose to whatever team they're playing.
Hey.
Or the Patriots win to.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay. Uh-huh.
I laughed.
I see you stopped. Uh-huh.
I
Yeah.
laughed.
Yes, you did.
Anyway, or the Cubs lose.
Mm-hmm. Actually, this year it's the Braves lose.
This is true. But anyway, he especially loves football,
Mm-hmm.
college,
Right.
pro, and baseball. Those are the two sports he loves the most. If I just come in and ladies, I'm not a college football fan. I can watch maybe a half of maybe a whole game now. There was a time where I could watch a whole game, and there was a time when I would watch all the games. I think having to work Sundays and that kind of stuff kind of was like, whatever. But here's the thing. I might bring my pen and be playing a game while he's watching football or baseball.
Sometimes I'll come into your room and listen to the book and
interrupt my book. Don't listen to me. He's not listening. He's making calm to listen. My point is, I make an effort, and I'm talking about me right now, not you.
Yes, I see that.
I'll make an effort to come in and just sit with one of his love languages. Because honestly, if you come and sit with me, it's still glorifying your love language, because mine is not time. However,
hers is a back rub.
That's right. However, there are times when I will walk into the living room and sit in front of him. So
see, it starts with
because he's in the recliner.
Putting down the recliner.
Yeah. But the point is, I know my love language. I know his love language. Figure out your spouse's love language. He does dishes. He does my laundry. He does my laundry. I love a man who is willing to do things around the house. Acts of kindness works is one of my big love language. And we're both touch people. So that makes some things easier. Because not everyone's a touch that loves. However, getting back.
Another thing is that while we do spend time together, whether it's listening to a book, watching a ball game,
beating your button cards,
time's separate important. And I know for you, you need that time.
I thrive on my quiet. I am, people see me as an extrovert because I have a motor mouth. I'm not unaware of this, people. I know who dominates these
See, and this is why I let her spill that and not me. That way I'm in the clear. See?
Okay. Funny story.
Uh-oh.
Has nothing to do with you.
Okay.
Has to do with a friend of mine.
Uh-huh.
So we were talking one day, before I even met you, I was still living in New Hampshire.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at this friend and I said, I know I talk a lot, and if I'm talking too much, tell me to shut up. Shut up. I'm like, whoa. And he's just got this huge grin on his face. I'm like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
I get it. It's the thing. Communication is important.
Very.
Since we've gone through a 10-year torture,
Mm-hmm.
he's still not good at communication. It will be something that he will have to work on till the end of our marriage when he or I die.
I have good days and bad days.
However, he is,
Mm-hmm.
and part of it, sometimes the communication is because he doesn't know how to say something because of the disability in his mind. And he'll say something, I'll have to start asking questions.
Mm-hmm.
Well, do you mean this or do you mean this?
Mm-hmm.
Or I'll speak to him and I go, I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll go, yeah. I'm like, no, that's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying blah, 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 blah.
And sometimes you'll say, I think what you're trying to say is, and that helps clear things up.
So communication, being open and honest with each other. And that's, guys. Okay, here's a great example. Last night, coming in from Bible study, my pastor told me something. Hey, this person might need to call you, blah, 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 and explaining why. We walk in and say, hey, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, yeah, I know blah. Well,
another guy.
Yeah. Male. I said, he may have to text or call me for some information.
Right.
He's like, okay. Kevin, do you know my code to my phone?
I do.
Do I know the code to your phone?
You do.
Can I grab your phone at any time and look through your emails and texts? Can you grab my phone at any time and do the same?
I can.
No, you can't. Yes, you can.
And that's the thing. Open access.
If he went through my texts, he would see my boss.
Yep.
And the rest, our son, him.
Right.
The rest are females.
And like she has at least twice a month a Zoom meeting with her mentor.
Who is male.
And I'm totally comfortable. One, because I'm the one that suggested it.
And he has not met my mentor.
I haven't. We are friends on Facebook. But I know what this man is like. I've seen his Facebook page.
I also put in there, this man is married, happily married, just like I am happily married.
Right.
This person who may text me for information is happily married. I don't have, let me make sure I'm correct on this, any single male friends anymore. There was a guy that I used to work for me at Sky Zone who had contacted me a few times, and we talked about going out with coffee. And this male, who was single at the time, says, your husband's coming with you, right? Yes. And he, he's done some work around the house and helped us out a couple times. And so I think that your spouse should not have access to your phone. Let me tell you right now, you're wrong.
Trust is key.
And and you don't get trust by not being open and communicating. not every marriage can do this.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin, how many men are living under our bed?
Well, let's see. You've told me about an invisible Fred.
There's a visible Fred, yep. Gus.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Gus, yeah.
We joke. Why can we joke?
Very.
Because we're secure in us.
Yes. There was a time when we weren't, and we couldn't do it.
He has said to me, I said, give me my phone. And he goes, you don't want me to see all your texts from all the guys. I'm like, that's it. I don't want you seeing it. Actually, I have to,
Mm-hmm.
And I have looked at him and go, and he's looked at me and goes, yeah, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I will berate when the cameramen have gotten, I think they're camera women, and that's why they don't go to the cheerleaders anymore on
Right.
pro. But there was a time when, the camera was on the cheerleaders, it was on football players.
Right.
And I would comment on their outfits, and Kevin would look at me and go, okay, I'm not commenting on anything. This is also the man who stopped his subscription to Sports Illustrated.
Mm-hmm. Because I have a part of my past is a parent that cheated on his spouse. Part of my past is a parent who drank. Part of my past is a parent who broke trust.
Yeah.
And so I knew I had to break that chain. I had to break that curse for me, for you, for our family. And yes, we went through a 10-year funk where I broke your trust in so many different ways it wasn't funny.
Yep.
It wasn't because I cheated on her, but it was in different ways. I ignored her.
It was emotionally.
It was emotional.
It was physically.
Mm-hmm.
And you can break trust in more ways than just stepping out on your spouse.
Well, and something that I thought about this morning as I was talking with this guy, and I didn't say it to him, but you don't have to physically cheat.
To cheat.
You don't. Texting somebody that is not your spouse.
And that your spouse doesn't know about. This is the thing I was saying was this person who needs access to the church, that's why he would text me, is only going to text me if he can't get a hold of our pastor.
Right.
Okay.
And because our pastor gave him your number, that's another reason to trust it.
Well, here's the thing. The chance of him not being able to get a hold of our pastor to get in the church is about...
Slim as that.
Exactly.
They've known each other for 30 years.
So why do I need to tell him if there's no chance or a slim chance? Because what happens if he grabs my phone to look something else up and he goes, why is there a text from XYZ?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
I don't want him to question that. So he knows now.
Right.
He knows I might get a text or a call from this person.
Right. And another thing to think about, and for any spouse, male, female, doesn't matter. If you don't have faith in your spouse, trust in your spouse, how much security do you have in yourself? That's another thing that I struggled with for a while.
Or in the marriage itself.
That is a cause of these things.
So guys, girls, y'all.
And this coming from my Yankee wife.
Southernized Yankee.
That's right.
All the attitude is still there.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, communicate, be open and honest.
Mm-hmm.
It's not always easy.
Nope.
It's something you will work out until the day you go home to be with your Lord.
Mm-hmm.
However, it's one of the most important things you can do.
Yeah.
Give each other access to your electronics. Be open and honest, trustworthy, and you will see a huge difference in how things go about, and how, if he says he's going out or if I'm going out, he doesn't ask where, because he knows that I'm going to tell him. He doesn't have to ask me. He knows I'm going to tell him, and if I don't tell him, he'll find out when I get back. You know,
just like every Monday night, you know where I am, and you know the guys that'll come back after me if otherwise.
Every Wednesday, I'm cleaning a building.
Right.
You know, I don't always. Today, I have to go clean that building.
Mm-hmm.
I have to go get our son from work.
Mm-hmm.
I'll drop our son off and keep going. I don't come in and say, "Hey, I'm going to clean the building." He knows, because we're open about our whereabouts at all times.
Yep.
So open communication is the one way to ensure to grow and to commit and to be secure
in a marriage that will thrive.
If you've been enjoying our podcast, please remember to
like,
share,
and subscribe. Up and on.
Until next time.